gonna do figuratively speaking. I love figuratively speaking. I got this for my son in 6th grade. We didn't use it in 7th grade. The grade level is from 5 to 8. We're gonna pick it up again during the summer just as a good refresher. I really enjoyed using this. We mostly used it for poetry, so we're really focused on these because we were having a hard time with poetry. I don't know, I as an adult have a hard time with poetry at times, but I got it as just enrichment and we ended up liking it. So it goes off by giving you an introduction to, for example, denotation, connotation. It doesn't have like a teacher's guide or anything. You don't need it. It's just kind of self-sufficient. And so definitions, examples from literature. This is really easy to follow. Understanding, denotation, connotation, identifying. And then, they get to do a little bit more work. They have writing tips here. And then it's very short, and then it goes into the next chapter lesson. So we have hyperbole, have some lesson, and then understanding and identifying, and then doing some work. So this was really fun for me. My son, oh my gosh, he at first didn't like it. He kind of didn't understand it much, but when I started sitting down with him, it can be used independently. I would say if your kid is completely okay with bookwork. My son is a kinesthetic learner, so this was kind of the challenge, but once we started sitting down and doing it together, it became easy peasy, and especially since the lessons are not dragged on. It's just really good. Like, hey, if you need to pause in your literature curriculum and just kind of do some more like metaphor work, or you need to do some more symbolism. What else do we have? Onomatopoeia, like whatever it is that you need working on stanzas. This is a good tool. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's from grades from 5 to 8. My son will be in 8th grade next year, so he'll probably be able to do this independently now that we've had some practice with other literature curriculums, but this is just really, really good. I honestly enjoyed it. It wasn't complicated, which is like a plus, especially coming into the homeschooling world the first time around. Like, what do I do? How do I teach, figurative language? This is pretty easy, and it's not complicated, which helps a mom, especially if you have a mom with multiple kids. They will eventually get the groove of how this works. It's definition, example, interpreting, identifying, understanding, and then, you have writing exercise. You don't have to do the writing exercise, but I would recommend it for upper grades, maybe, if you want to kind of extend it a little bit. You can even go as far as breaking it down from like having this part and doing just this part, and then the next day going over examples and then identifying. If you really, really want to break it down and stretch it throughout the week, you can, by bringing in some read alouds that correspond to that if you want to get really technical. But if you want a great 1, 2, 3, here it is. Lesson 28, local color, definition, examples from literature, locating, and then it's creating, and then boom, next one, mood and tone. So I would definitely pick this up. I will link it in the description below. I bought this 2020, I think, and it was about $10. Not sure what the price is now, but I'll definitely look it up and link it in the description below. It's definitely a must-have if we're teaching writing.